one of the things that's interesting, particularly with the information that's been coming out recently, is the fact that there are historians, anthropologists, and archaeologists that are saying that the interpretations of the ancient world cannot really be defined because there's a lack of continuity as it relates to the peoples and the places, the events, and the things that have taken place. And the reason why that is, and it's quite simply because these different scholars do not want to get into the reality that, as Dr. John Henry Clark often taught us, the missing pages of world history is African history. And so it becomes important that if you want a true interpretation of the culture, of the people and the places, there is no way that you can leave Africa out. But because of the sociological conditions of always attempting to make it seem as if African peoples are inferior, primitive, that they have not contributed anything to civilization, because they lack that ability or desire to, we never get the proper cultural interpretations. And so the work that we're doing is meant to look at the world before the European began to write the history books. And to truly understand the Moors, you have to go before the people that we call the Moors. We're dealing with episodic history, and we're dealing with holistic history. The episodic history takes episodes, such as the West African kingdoms that people give credit to: the Ghana Empire, the Malinke Empire, the Songhai Empire. When you look at Egypt, they go from the first dynasty and on. And when you're dealing with the Moors, they tend to look at 710, when it was reconnoitered by Tarif, one of the lieutenants of the African general Tariq, that went in to reconnoiter the southern part of Europe, specifically Spain. And then 711, July of 711 to be exact, Tariq and his African warriors and some Arab translators crossed over into Spain and began their conquest of this area. This was a preemptive strike.